Hi, this is Trisha from SkiTalk.com. I'm here today with my partner, my cohort, my accomplice, my fellow boot fitter. We've both been doing high-end boot fitting for several years here in the Tahoe area, and we're here to talk to you today about getting into and out of your ski boots more easily.
Yeah. I mean, we're dealing with an environment right now that manufacturers are making boots better than they ever have. And boots are becoming much more anatomically designed, which means it's shaped more like the foot. So once you get into the boot, you're getting a nice, snug, secure fit. But that process of getting in and out of that boot can be difficult.
Absolutely. And, one of the last few years that I was working in a shop up in Truckee, I had this lady who'd been in the master's program for years. She was in a head raptor, and she got to a point where she had to have somebody help her get into and out of her boots. And it was embarrassing for her. And she was looking for a boot that she could get into easy, but still not lose that performance, which is not always easy to do.
No, I mean, we've got a new generation of boots we have displayed here. The new Nordica HF Pro as a rear entry boot, fantastic performance on it. The Rossignol Vision boot, mid-entry design. Once you get in that boot, skis fantastic. I skied last year a day with the Vision on one boot and the Lang RS on the other foot, and quite frankly, the performance was negligible. And of course, we've got Cabrio designs in boots, but there is a segment of skiers out there that are adamant on their 4-buckle overlap boots, and they might not be ready for dual BOA yet. Not that BOA or buckles makes the boot easier to get in and out of.
The person that says, I've always been in a Raptor, I've always been in an RS.
Right. And they don't want to give up that performance that boot helps you get and helps you achieve out there on the hill. So, Trish, how do we set them up for success? Where do we start?
Oh, we start with one of my favorite things, the Kulkea Thermal Trekker. Start out with a warm boot. It feels good, but more than that, it saves you time and ease of entry. If you're putting your foot into a nice warm boot, it just goes in so much smoother, just like butter.
Right. That warm boot does open up that plastic. It does make the boot a little bit easier to get on. And we'll show you here. Again, really nice and warm here. So we open up our BOA here. We get ready to get into it. And the same thing with buckles is we're going to flip open our buckles. Now, how to get in and out of that boot, really easy. First of all, what we could do is start with the device called the Shovey. So this is a really nice device here. And if you take a look at this, it has a really nice opening here. And what this is designed to do is we put this on the medial side of the lower shell in here, and we just put it right there. And when we show people how to get in and out of their boots, one of the things that we do emphasize is don't just push that tongue straight out. Bring it out to the side. And by doing that to the side and bringing the Shovey in here, it does open up that process to make it a little bit easier. So we take it here, we push this out to the side, and again, it slides in nice and easy. Now, we can also take it to the next step as far as getting in that boot to make it easier too, and that is with our spray-on. And this is a really nice silicone base that we can use this and just like other things, a little dab will do you. Just spray a little bit on the back of the liner and even on the elbow of the tongue, and that's going to make that boot slide on that much easier. So we do that. Take this again as we're going to get into it. Again, makes it easy to get in. Now, the nice thing is that dries nicely. It doesn't get slick over the course of time, so it goes away pretty nicely. So, and with the Shovey here, we do also have the extension here. So if you need to help somebody on the other side of the lodge get in their boots, this is a nice little addition for you. Or if you don't want to bend down as far.
Let's make friends.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got that as far as getting in and out of the boot. So, and that's in our regular boots. So with that as an option, and then we also do have a good amount of people in our readers and followers that are skiing in a lace-up liner or even a zip fit liner.
We often hear the term, I'm World Cupping my boot.
Exactly. And that what that means is that you're getting into that liner ahead of time before you get into the shell. And Trish is going to get that shell out for me and get it ready. And we're going to go in as if we're going to get into that lace into that shell. We're going to put this on here. Get this ready. We'll get this out of the way. And now we're going to get into our shell. Now, if you take a look in the shell, there's a lot of hardware in the back of the shell.
You know, in my boot fitting years, I've often wondered if Xylus works on the back of them because it feels like cheese grater material sometimes.
Okay.
You know, it's a rough surface.
Yeah. So what some people will do to protect that is they'll put some tape on the back, whether it be some duct tape, they'll put some tape on the bottom of the liner for getting into it, which does protect the liner, but it kind of defeats the purpose of getting in and out easier.
Yeah, you want to lose friction.
Exactly, which that does is it creates friction. So what we can do is a couple of things here is, again, this fell down on the floor. Let me get it quick. Is we've got two little items here. Is one, we've got our boot beast here, which is a little more rigid of a device. And then we also have our boot horn, which is a little more flexible. Both of these work really well, and no right or wrong. It's which one you like better and which one's going to serve you better. The boot horn is available in two different sizes, regular and also an extra large.
And what I found is neither one of them are difficult to throw in your boot bag.
No, they both fit in really nicely. And if we want to, again, make it that much easier, take a little bit of slide on, just spray a little bit on there. Put this in the back of the shin. So I knock that away. And again, hold that back here. Slides in super easy.
Absolutely.
So then take this out, put it back in your boot bag, or rent it out to somebody else in the lodge. You'll get your money back in a short period of time for that to cover your costs. So we've got some items here which really help you get that boot on and off easy. Now, ski for the day. We started the day with the warm boot, but at the end of the day, that boot's cold.
Yeah, so you have a couple of options.
Right.
You can, for starters, you can sit in the bar for an hour or so and let your boot shell warm up.
Yep.
You could just stay in your boots and let your wife drive home.
That's the other option. We've done that.
Or you could get this handy tool.
Exactly. We've got a little handy dandy little device here, which does help us get out of that liner a little bit easier. So again, we can push on the back here. That's all well and good. We don't want to bend down as far. We take this device here on the back of the shell, just push straight back, and now we can get out of that shell really easy.
What if you're somebody who's not World Cupping? Can you still use that tool?
Absolutely. Great question, Trish. So we can take our other shell, and what I just do with that right here, same thing here, which is nice here. Now this is nice and rounded here. There's no sharp edges. So we can put this on into our liner and do the same thing for getting out of that shell.
I mean, how many times have we been on a boot bench with a new customer and they're pulling their tongue out, they're trying to push the back of the boot, and we say, stand up, turn sideways, let me show you, push the back of the shell and bend your knee forward.
Right.
This makes it so much easier. This is like doing that method on steroids.
Exactly. So you create that leverage on there to get in and out of your shell and your liner. So this is a great, nice tool for you. So if you're investing, and we're pushing $1,000, $2,000 for a boot, an extra $50 or less is really going to make your day a lot more enjoyable out there.
These are all tools that, you know, you might wear a boot out in, you know, a couple of seasons, 3 seasons, whatever. This is a tool you'll have forever.
Exactly. It's forward compatible to your next boot. And the only thing really here that you would run out of would be the slide on, but again, they'll make more of them. So that's not a problem.
Yeah.
So starting your day with the thermal trekker, that's key. That's first and foremost. So I mean, that's the no-brainer there. Then as far as which one of these other tools suit your needs, I don't know, but they're there for you. So please take a look at them. If any of these features you feel are going to help you, by all means, they're a great investment. If you've got a friend that is having difficulty, I mean, they're really good gifts. So,
and you know, the reality is, Phil, anything we can do to make your ski day better,
right,
is good.
Yeah. So, any of your boot fitters out there that are also watching this, if you're not stocking any of these tools, you're doing your customer a disservice. You need to have these available for them as an option. Give them the option to purchase them. If they choose to purchase them, that's not to purchase them, that's on them. But you need to start stocking these items.
Absolutely. And if you have any questions about them, put them in the comments.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, and links to where all these items can be purchased is going to be there. Also, check with your local ski shop. I want to send a thank you out there to Bobo Ski Shop for supplying some of these items like the zip fits that we can use for this display, and the manufacturers also that we work with. In transparency, all of these items were provided for us to do this information video for you.
And remember, folks,
Skiing is fun.
Hi, I'm Lynn Weiland, and some people might remember me as Banana Pants and Hot Dog, and I just want everyone to remember that skiing is fun.
If you enjoyed this informative video, hit that bell, subscribe so that you'll stay up to date on the new videos, and check out SkiTalk.com for more ski-related content.
Also, please follow SkiTalk.com on all of your social media channels.